This morning, my dog looked at me with a stunned and frightened expression. I'd woken up with a new status, that of environmental delinquent, and registered as such for 10 years in the Belgian Central Environmental Delinquency Database for breaches of environmental and animal welfare laws. My crime? Entering a communal road on the edge of a forest with my converted vehicle. I'm Patrick, and that's Sir Alfred in a Defender TD4 bought in 2022. And here's Nero, my faithful four-legged companion who will keep me safe. So welcome to Belgica around the world. No, you're not dreaming. This isn't the latest Belgian story. It's an illustration of what the institutionalized bullshit of the Belgian authorities can represent in its most laughable form. So, I'm on my way as a tourist to the Belgian commune of Jalhay in my converted vehicle, not a huge mastodon camper van, but Fred, my Land Rover, equipped with a roof tent. At the edge of the forest, I see a gravel road at the entrance to which, unlike most of the surrounding roads, there are no parking or no travel signs, just a wide-open gate and a sign inviting us to behave like guests. So I decided to venture out onto the perfectly passable road, and 500 meters further on, I pulled my car over to the side of the road and waited for the driving rain to stop. It was raining buckets. I'm not bothering anyone. The path remains perfectly accessible. No garbage, no trace of my passage. To my surprise, an unmarked vehicle approaches and slows down. It stops at my level, observes me, and after a few seconds, a shaggy blonde-headed oddball emerges, with an emerald-colored earring in his ear, flanked by an individual worthy of a Maupassant character. He camps inside with a bewildered, wide-eyed Frank Ribéry look. Probably an assistant. The khaki form with the twinkling ear introduces himself as an inspector from Waters and Forests. I'm half astonished. He looks the part. He remains polite but nonetheless blissful and responds to my greeting, unlike his sidekick, who is probably seized by being roused from his slumber, or educated in the ways of the wildlife he is charged with protecting. And he informs me that I should have known that there is a forestry code that forbids the presence of a vehicle in this area. Well, I plead ignorance. I point out that the gate was wide open. I also point out the absence of any prohibition sign and tell him that if that's the case, I'll leave right away, surprised to have committed an offense of a code I didn't even know existed until today. And I logically expected to receive a warning or a symbolic fine. An offense? Nay. Nay. I still want to draw up a report, he says in his most arrogant tone. And a few days later, I was surprised to receive a pro justicia. Amazing. The guy drew up an 8-page report, including the GPS position of the offense, the cadastral parcel numbers of the offense, or rather, the crime. He told me that by parking your vehicle there, you were supposed to know that Article 19 and 22 of the Forestry Code had been infringed, as well as Articles 40, 42, 43, 44, 46, 62, 66, 68, 71, paragraphs 1, 4 and 5, 71, paragraph 2, 80 and 88. I'm also supposed to know that I'm liable to an administrative fine in accordance with Titles 5 and 6 of Part 8 of Book 1 of the Environmental Code. But that's not all, is it? It also says that the public prosecutor can make use of Articles 216 bis and 216 tier of the Criminal Code. Criminal! I don't know what that is, but frankly, I don't feel like delving into the profound cretinism of the psychopath who came up with these articles of law. Quite frankly. So, for having parked my car in this place, this document informs me that I am now registered in the Fichier Central de la Délinquance Environnementale, and this for 10 years. You'd think you were dreaming. It sounds like a dream. Shouldn't we reinstate the death penalty at the same time? My friends, I've just spent a fortnight in France, where I was able to bivouac without any worries in nature parks, where even if bivouac and wild camping are forbidden, the authorities still show a certain flexibility and tolerance when you respect the environment, are discreet, and don't leave garbage. In short, they show understanding and common sense. Notions that don't yet seem to have reached the brain, if he has one, of the man with the earring. To agree with the herds, you don't need a brain, you just need a spinal cord. In the meantime, well, here I am, framed for 10 years, please, as a criminal against the environment and animal welfare. Now you should know that in Belgium, you're not allowed anymore to buy pets like chickens or even goldfish. No, it's not a Belgian story, I swear it's true. But you can laugh about it. So that's how, by parking on the edge of a forest, you officially become the terror of chicken coops and goldfish for disturbing the sleep of a wild boar or an owl. I don't even dare look my dog in the face anymore. So of course I paid the €250 fine, considering I'd bought a vaccine against the ecologists, and regretting a little that I didn't have to appear before the white-bearded Belgian judge in Verviers, whom many Belgian viewers know. At least he has a sense of humor, but I had no desire to come face-to-face with Dopey and Grumpy again. The Robin Hood of the Jalhay Forest. I might as well avoid brain contamination. After all, I'm not going to hold a grudge against a negligible quantity who did nothing but do their job indiscriminately. And even then, when I say quantity, I mean a lot. In reality, the law is the suppository, and he's just its excipient. I think I'd be better off becoming a dealer in Charleroi or Namur, because there you can sell shit in broad daylight, in full view of the authorities without being considered a delinquent. Who knows why? In any case, I ask you to like this video and share it as much as possible so that others don't get fooled. I think it's really deplorable. Leave me your comments and I'll be interested to hear them. See you next week.